Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll update you on postseason play as we check in with the Ferris State men's basketball, women's basketball, and hockey teams. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog men's basketball, joined by assistant coach Jim Lake. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
We're taping the show, obviously, before the NCAA Midwest Regional Championship game on Tuesday night, but it's been an incredible postseason run so far for your basketball team.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We prepped all year for this, and our guys have risen to the challenge. We've had a lot of interesting challenges, and our guys have been able to figure out some stuff, and we're playing great right now, so we're excited.
Obviously, you had a great regular season. You came into the GLIAC tournament, the #1 seed, had an opportunity to host the GLIAC tournament semifinals and finals for the second year in a row, and cutting down the nets for a 4th straight season. Really a great accomplishment, becoming the first team in GLIAC history to do that.
It's kind of hard to hear. You don't really know what to say other than really cool. Super excited for that senior class. Those guys get to say they're 12-0 in the GLIAC tournament. Not many people are going to be able to say that, and any level of basketball. So it's an incredible accomplishment. We're in the midst of trying to do a little more, so it's not really time to reflect too much.
Obviously, those two seniors that have led you, Noah King, Drew Cushingberry, the two winningest seniors in school history, and really says a great deal about what they've been able to achieve in terms of postseason play.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. Those guys are guys with tremendous character. They've been tremendous leaders for us. They're giving. They're really selfless on the court and off the court. So I'm not surprised by their success, and they're going to have tremendous success beyond basketball.
Chance winning the GLIAC tournament to host the NCAA regional as the #1 seed, and certainly something that means a great deal, becoming the first team in school history to host a regional tournament.
Yeah, no, unbelievable accomplishment. It was something that we talked about. We wanted to be able to be in this situation. So, to talk about it, to see your goals materialize, to see the work put in, and see those things accomplished are tremendous. And it's been a tremendous advantage. The home crowd, the community, has definitely risen to the challenge themselves, and it's been fun and excited about Tuesday.
As we go into the NCAA tournament, we'll go to the highlights. You started off with Ohio Dominican, the #8 seed, but a very good basketball team you took on in the first round.
Yeah, they were super hot. I think they'd won their last 12 games, playing really well, really physical club. Good size up front, and they'd been shooting the ball unbelievably well. So the challenge in this game was to limit shooters, limit the amount of threes they could take, and then rebound with them. And that first half we sparred with each other. It was a real interesting give and take. And it took a long time for us to be able to distance ourselves. They were good. They're well prepared. We were, though. Well, we were too. We came out of that game feeling good. I know they were the 8 seed, but they were playing really well. They played much better than they were a good 8 seed. We were glad to get out of there with a W.
Obviously, a team you knew a little bit about. You had a 1-point lead at halftime, but you'd seen them last year as a GLIAC member and took you to the buzzer last season early on.
Yeah, Noah King put in a tip in at the buzzer on a tie game to win it. They've been rising. They've been rising up. They had a little struggle early in the year, but they'd figured it out. And it'd be hard to say that there wasn't too many teams hotter in the Midwest. That being said, we were pretty hot ourselves.
Obviously, here in the second half, made some big plays defensively and really able to turn up the pressure on them here in the second half.
Yeah, in the first half, I felt like the pace was more to their liking. In the second half, we were able to get the pace up a little bit, and that benefits us. When we can get going, we get out in transition, get a couple easy buckets, get into some pressure, and just get them sped up a little bit. And I think we were able to do that.
Here in the contest, led by Zach Hankins, who had 16 points, 11 rebounds, but really getting good balance again, contributions up and down the lineup.
Yeah, no, we feel really good about the lineup all the way across the board right now. We can get something from a different guy out of nowhere. And that's really, we're healthy, we're well, we're in a good place, people know their roles. We're excited about what we're doing right now.
75-57 the final score. That set up a rematch here in the regional semifinals, 4th time this year against Lake Superior State, and two teams that certainly knew each other very well.
No doubt. After our loss up there, you know, in the locker room, I told the guys, we all, you know, we kept saying, listen, fellas, this is just chapter 1 of a 4-chapter book, and we're going to see them 4 times. And we just were pretty confident that was going to happen. I mean, they were for sure one of the better teams in the region, definitely the second best team in the conference, and we were going to bump into them a few more times.
Obviously got off to a great start here in this opening half against Lake Superior State. Big crowd on hand, and certainly played well here from the opening tip.
Yeah, you know, the guys were ready. You could see it in a walkthrough that morning. It started at breakfast. You could tell they were rested. You could tell they were ready, pretty focused. You know, they had a pretty determined look on their face, and we got off to a great start, and that helped. You know, like, but we kept the momentum. We'd gotten off to a pretty good start against ODU, but you know, they were able to salt it away. In this game, you know, we were able to keep momentum much of the game.
Really got some great contributions off the bench. Deshaun Thrower with the basket right there. Jalen McFadden had a big game for you.
Yeah, you know, and that's at this time of year, you know, you need those contributions from others. Teams lock in. They hone in on the things that you're good at. They know, everyone knows what you're good at. It's like, where do you get the bonus play from? And I thought those 2 guys, you know, Deshaun's been doing it all year for us. Jalen's been on a steady incline all year. And I wasn't surprised that he had the big game, but boy, he really came out aggressive. I mean, he was ready. The lights were on, and he was excited about it.
Obviously a great atmosphere here with the home crowd, and fans really got behind you as you were able to take it to the Lake Superior State Lakers here in the second half.
Yeah, the fan support was tremendous. I mean, just tremendous. And we really, I think last night got a little taste of the students rolling back in. And, you know, we really need a big taste of the students on Tuesday night.
Obviously an outstanding game here in the regional semifinals as you beat the Lakers here, and always tough to beat a team multiple times, and you were able to do it 3 times this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it helped that it was 3 times at home. I mean, that was a huge, tremendous advantage, and you know, it really came down to a tremendous defensive effort. You know, they had some outstanding players, and we were locked in. We were able to take them out of their comfort zone a lot of the time. You know, Peter Furlick did a tremendous job on a J. Williams. You know, Zach Hankins was big in the middle. I think he had 18 and 18. I mean, we really dominated him on the glass. It was just a good team win all the way around.
94-71 the final score, and obviously you move on to the regional championship game. What does this mean, obviously having an opportunity to win a regional title?
Well, you know, it's not really the focus. The focus is on beating Findlay. Tons of respect for that program. I mean, they're one of the standard bearers in the Midwest. It was a classic Bellarmine-Findlay matchup before us. You know, we're excited to be here. We're excited to be hosting. I mean, but right now we're just focused on that one game. That's the only thing we can control right now. So, and you know, we're going to get in. We're going to have a good prep today, and we're going to see what we can do.
Well, Coach, congratulations on what's been an outstanding season so far, and best of luck here as you continue postseason play.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.
Hands-on learning. Small class sizes. Experienced faculty. Access to equipment. Television and digital media production. Media creators of tomorrow.
And of course, our delicious, authentic, traditional
Man, I want Mancino's.
Try our new flatbread pizza with a refreshing cold.
Silly dog. We don't need to call. We can order Mancino's online now.
Don't forget, Mancino's.
Order your Mancino's online today.
At Ferris State University, be a provider. Be an investigator. What do you want to be? Be a bulldog! Visit ferris.edu today.
Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog hockey, and with us head coach Bob Daniels. And Coach, welcome back to the show.
Good to be here, Rob.
Obviously, I know not the finish you wanted, but your team able to make its 21st consecutive postseason playoff appearance really speaks volumes to what your program's been able to accomplish.
Yeah, well, thank you, Rob. And it's interesting you bring that up. In that, I don't believe we hadn't talked about the weekend prior to the playoff weekend. That was we played Lake State at home for senior night and senior weekend, if you will. And we went into that without having a playoff spot secured. We won 2 games. Moved up to 6th place, and really, I thought the guys played an excellent weekend of hockey. Leading up to playoffs, felt really good going into the playoffs, and was very appreciative of our seniors and our senior leadership and what they did for us that weekend against Lake Superior State, who was fighting us. It was head-to-head for that last playoff spot. So I was really happy. We got the win on Friday night to clinch a playoff berth, and then we needed to win on Saturday to move up in the standings, and we did. And like I said, we played some of our best hockey that weekend.
As you went into the playoffs, you drew Bowling Green here in the first round, and obviously knew that team very well and had a lot of good postseason matchups with Bowling Green over the years.
Yeah, we have. We've played them quite often, and I thought it was a very favorable matchup. It wasn't going to be easy wherever we went, but we were looking forward to the series, and we didn't come out on top, but we certainly played very well. I was very once again appreciative of our players, and a lot of guys playing beat up and banged up, and I felt good coming out of the series.
So we go to the opening game of the series. Always a tough venue to play in down at Bowling Green, and obviously a tremendous game here in this first contest.
Yeah, the first one, it was really, it went back and forth quite a bit. You'll see early on we've got a number of good looks as the game's going on. And even though the scoring was only 1-1, going into overtime, I did feel as though both teams, it could have been easily 5-4 if it wasn't for the fact that both goalies had outstanding games.
Obviously, you mentioned the goalies. Darren Smith sets the school record, 62 saves, had an incredible performance for you.
Yeah, I question the 62 shots, as I always do. I think they were getting a couple for every attempt on that, or every attempt even at our end of the ring. But good. He had a good game. I can tell you that he played really well, and I was very happy with it. Matter of fact, the only goal that beat him there was a very weird bounce off the backboards. It came up, it came back over top of the net, and the guy was there to bang it in. But it was very an unusual goal. And here's another unusual goal. Our guy was trying to feed it cross crease on a power play, and it went in off of their player. So the only 2 goals that either goaltender gave up were really what I would consider to be kind of fluke goals, especially compared to all the opportunities both teams had to score.
1-1 going into the third, and obviously playoff situation. You really need that next goal, and neither team able to get one here in the third period.
No, neither team, and as we said, we had some good looks. They had some good looks. Both goalies played exceptionally well, and it went to the overtime tied. Now, the start overtime, we have 2 really good chances. Here's a really good opportunity by Lucas Finner, and then another one here by Drew Duranis. And we were right down there early on. You can see, though, we get caught with some guys up front, looking to try to score, and I don't mind that. We hate to give up this goal, but we were looking to win. You're not looking to try to see if you can go 3 overtimes, and like I said, we generated some really good opportunities in overtime, came up short.
You lose that opening game. How tough is that to lose a game like that in overtime on the road in the playoff series? That
was difficult, but it wasn't insurmountable. Certainly, we didn't feel that way. We were just as ready to go the second night as we were the first night, and I thought we played well. The score, I do not think, was indicative of the way we played.
As we go to the highlights of Game 2, Bowling Green got off to a good start here with a couple goals in the opening period.
Yeah, we fell behind. This is one of the things I was real proud about our team fighting back, though. But we'll fall behind. Partway through the second period where we're down 3-0, and we end up clawing our way back into the game. But even before we fall behind, you can see we're generating chances. I thought, once again, both teams had a lot of opportunities to score. Pucks were going a little bit more than they were the night before, but here you see a really good opportunity for us to get the first goal of the game. Here's another one that hits the backboards, comes up and goes over the net off our goalie's back. It was just some weird bounces we were getting on the back, down by our goal.
Obviously, playing on the road, difficult environment, and certainly have to come ready to play here on a road in an environment like this.
Yeah, you do. You know, you have to. And I thought our guys did a good job of doing that. You know, they go up 2-0, and it's early. You know, we're in the first period, but we felt good enough about our team in terms of the opportunities we were getting. Here's one I know Darren would like to have back. It's a goal that normally wouldn't beat them. You see Tackett score a power play goal now. It's 3-1. And the guys really continued to pour on opportunities or pour on chances at their net. We scored to tie it, and really the game was very even. Here's a breakaway we get. We'll have another one to start the third period that's not in the highlights, but another one by Drew Durantes. So we had multiple opportunities to tie the game.
Obviously, give yourselves an opportunity here going into the third, maybe to come back and win this game, but they get a big goal right here.
They do. We don't give up, though. We continue to press, continue to look for ways. Here's Zach Yoder, a defenseman, you know, almost comes up with a goal. But we're pressing so much, you can see we're giving up opportunities back at our own end. You have to. There's no sense trying to play for a close game. We got to find a way to tie. So as it's going on, you know, we're giving up chance. We gave up the power play there because we were caught the other end of the ring. But I didn't mind the effort whatsoever.
5-2 the final score, and obviously finished the season. You mentioned that senior class and 7 seniors that certainly meant a great deal to the Bulldog hockey program.
Yeah, they have. I mean, that's a group that's won conference title, have been to the regional finals. So it's a pretty decorated group. They're all going to graduate on time, which we're really proud of. Only one of the 7 is going to go on to play pro hockey, and that's Mitch Maloney. The other 6 have taken jobs, and they're going to put their degrees to work. And that's as exciting for us as it is for the guys that go on and play pro hockey.
You mentioned those degrees. Your team led the WCHA 20 all-academic selections and really says a great deal about what they've accomplished in the classroom.
Yeah, we're really proud of that. And again, I think you've got to look at our seniors for leading the way there. We try to have a culture within the team that success in the classrooms is important as success on the ice, and those guys take it to heart, and I think they provide great leadership for the entire team to follow.
Finally here, one of those guys that did that in the past, had a great opportunity. Chad Billings playing in the Olympics for Team USA. What did that mean to Bulldog hockey?
That was great. You know, it's our second Olympics in a row where we're represented. Of course, 4 years ago, Chris Kunitz played on the gold medal winning Canadian team. This year, a past captain of ours, Chad Billings, was on the U.S. team. It was great to see him out there. I got a kick out of watching him line up early on against the Pavel Datsyuk, and it was just great. It was good to see us represented, as I said, for the second time in a row, and we're very proud of Chad.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and looking forward to another season of Bulldog hockey coming up next fall.
Thank you, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.
At Ferris State University, be a designer. Be an informer. Be a maker. Visit ferris.edu today.
Cuts back to the right side, breaks a tackle, touchdown!
Rounding the diagonal, Mackin shoots it, scores! Corey Mackin off the rebound!
Run to Williams, back to Cusingberry, three-pointer up and good!
The tournament champion.
Ferris State with a huge win!
Come rise with us. For more information, visit ferrisstatebulldogs.com.
At Ferris State University, we're more than our student to faculty ratio.
More than our variety of programs, our internship rate,
or our number of student organizations.
Here, you're never just a number.
You can be yourself and be focused on your goals.
Be inspired every day and be ready for tomorrow.
Be a Bulldog. Go to ferris.edu.
Welcome Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog women's basketball and joined by head coach Kendra Faustin. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on what was a great year for your team, tripling your win total over the past couple years and obviously reaching the GLIAC semifinals here in the postseason.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm really, really proud of this group and the steps that we took this year. Probably more importantly and more impressive is how we did those things. And you know, I think we have a really great focus on doing things the right way in our program, and our kids lead the way doing that.
How important was it for your team to make the postseason tournament here in the GLIAC, first time since 2013?
Yeah, so none of the young women in our program had ever been to any sort of postseason in college, and so that was a huge step for our program. And to win a game in the GLIAC tournament, you know, it was two steps. You know, my goal for this group in the progression of where I see our program going was we got to make the tournament. Let's focus on that. Luckily, you know, our group had some other goals, and I thought really stepped up in a tough environment at Tech. You know, the travel was tough. It's a tough place to play. It's a fun place to play, but it's tough, and really got it going.
You go to some of the highlights of the game. You had just played up there a couple weeks before that, and obviously a tough game. What did you do differently here maybe in this one?
Yeah, one is we rebounded the ball so much better, and I mean, we shot the ball really well. We doubled the post a little sooner, so a couple, you know, scouting report tactical things, but I think we rebounded really well. And I think our guard play, in particular Leah Humes, we just got some really productive minutes from our guards. Shania Huggins and Leah Humes in particular were phenomenal in this game.
Obviously, your two seniors stepping up. You mentioned Leah
Yeah.
Humes, Rachel McInerney, who battled some illness, having a big game for you as well.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Sure, how do you forget about that? Yeah, Rachel didn't travel to the tournament game with us, and we didn't know if we would have her. And I think, you know, how our team responded was, okay, next person up. And not once did we hear anything about, oh, we can't do it without our leading scorer and our leading rebounder, and this, you know, this is too much. No, you just saw laser focus, like, okay, we'll figure it out. And I mean, Rachel McInerney is one tough young lady. She really was battling the flu and she was sick, and she showed up, shoot around game day, and played really well and helped us get a victory.
Obviously, a couple freshmen that we've talked about all season long, Shania Huggins, Adrian Anderson, really stepping up their game here late in the year.
No doubt. I mean, Shania in this game, and I think Adrian Anderson in the Grand Valley game, just really keep taking steps forward. And, you know, whatever we ask them to do, you know, can you do more? And they're like, oh, you want me to do more? Sure. And then they just keep getting better. And it's really been a pleasure to coach this whole entire team, but to watch their growth. And certainly the future of our program is really bright with some really young guards and posts. But I mean, we have a lot of young freshmen and sophomores, and so we're excited about that.
After a 67-57 win at Michigan Tech, you move on to the GLIAC semifinals, and certainly a great opportunity as you took on Grand Valley State down at Ashland.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tournament. I mean, there was a nice banquet. It was really the whole tournament experience, and I think that was really beneficial for our team. I thought we played well in the first half defensively in particular. We really locked down defensively. And we didn't necessarily shoot the ball very well in the first half, but you know, where I think we're up 3 at halftime because of our defensive efforts. Obviously, Grand Valley, a really good team. They made it to the finals of the GLIAC tournament, and as well as you know, the national tournament. But yeah, you know, in this game, Adrian Anderson really, you know, got us going offensively because we were just really struggling. It was one of those games where you just hope that doesn't happen in a tournament when it's survive in advance. And you know, I was really proud of the way we finished the game, and you know, our players' approach. It's tough anytime you end your season.
Obviously, you had played Grand Valley State in the regular season finale and played them close. How much confidence did it give you coming into this game?
Yeah, certainly. I thought we, you know, the last couple times that we've played, we've competed at a high level, and you know, certainly going into this game, I mean, we know that we're capable of doing anything. And it really was a great experience. You know, just being there, that experience is invaluable for our young players. And you know, I think as we, you know, walk off the floor, I mean, you have Riley Blair, who's a senior, sophomore, and Lily George out there, a sophomore, Renee Sturham, a sophomore, Lexi Bush, you know, returning with 2 seniors on the court. You know, I think it says a lot about our young group and the steps forward that we've taken this year. I'm really proud of.
How important was it to give those 2 seniors an opportunity to play here in the postseason in their final games?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I can't talk about our seniors without getting a little emotional, but they're just what they've done for our program, that we got to compete together 2 more times. I mean, that is awesome. It was tough to end. I mean, that locker room was a tough place to be in after, as it would be anytime you end your season. And you know, the growth of our 2 seniors and the way that they've helped our program grow. I'm really proud of them. I'm just so blessed to have coached them, and I know our team and their teammates feel like very blessed to play with them, and really just proud of them and our group.
15 wins this season, obviously the most since back in 2011, 2012. Really a testament to the work that was put in here in the offseason and throughout the year.
No question. I think we had a great offseason, and I think I said this earlier, but probably what I'm most proud of this group for is the way that we go about doing things. We're really clear in our purpose, giving back to the game, giving back to our community, representing our school, representing each other, and that it's not about one individual, that it is about a group. And the bond that our group has is so very special, and it takes a lot of work to create that. And you know, I think our staff works hard, but I think our players, all the credit goes to them. I mean, they just dive in and figure it out and help each other, and it's genuine, and that's pretty special to watch and be a part of.
Coach, congratulations on what was a great year and a nice run in the GLIAC tournament.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can follow all the action and get all the results online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.